Megan the Stallion is fed up. She's fed up. She's done with you. She's done with y'all hoes playing with her. I'm here for this new era of Megan. She's fed up. She's fed up. She's fed up. So it's like 6 o'clock in the morning. I've been up. I worked out at like 3 o'clock in the morning. That's why I got my workout clothes on. But point of the matter is, I got on Instagram, right? And the first things I saw was Nicki Minaj liking a whole bunch of different tweets about Megan getting shot in her foot, like the video of her when she was getting out of the car and she was shot in her foot. Just a whole lot of inappropriate shit. So I'm like, what the hell is going on? Go back a little further. It shows that she dropped a little snippet, something about calling her Bigfoot, which we'll get to. And then I go back even further and they're like, okay, well, Megan had dropped a song today called His, like, I think. And in the song, she came, now mind you, she didn't just come for Nicki, because she came for Pardi, she came for Drake, she came for everybody that was coming for her neck, right? And in the song, there's some line, matter of fact, I want to make sure I'm quoting my girl correctly, because my good sis said something about she had a Megan Law bar. And if y'all don't know what Megan's Law is, look it up. I do not want to, what's the word? I do not want to get it wrong. Let me see here. No, I'm sorry, y'all. I have to look up. We got to look up the lyrics. Oh, Lord. I can't find it right now. But point of the matter is, y'all heard the song. Y'all know what she said, okay? She came for the next. I am here for this era of Megan. Megan is fed up with all of y'all coming for her. She's tired of the weak ass people that's coming for her over Tory. She's tired of people talking about her body count. She's tired of people talking about her body. She went off, and I'm so happy for her. She went off on that song. Yes, ma'am. The flows, the cadence, she got it together. Now, let's address really, because I tend to not address Nicki on my channel just because I've accepted a long time ago that woman is just unhinged. Like, she's unhinged. And if I was to jump on this mic every single time Nicki did something unhinged, we'd be here every day. I literally have her muted. Like, I have her whole account muted on Twitter because I cannot deal with it. I cannot. So I actually was gonna possibly jump on here yesterday because I saw, and the only reason I know about any of this shit is because I be seeing it like on Baller Alert and stuff like that, Neighborhood Talk. I don't follow the Shade Room. I think they're way too toxic. But she went off yesterday. Some girl made a TikTok saying, like what we've all said, what I've said on my channel, which is like, does Nicki know that she's Nicki? It doesn't feel like she does, because, and that's all she said, like, Nicki is Nicki, and Nicki unhinged ass got in the girl comments and went the hell off, literally proving the girl's point. What she was trying to say is something I've been saying on my channel forever, which is that you are Nicki Minaj. Like, you say you get that you know who you are, but it doesn't feel like it, because that's not how you be moving. You don't move as if you know that you're like literally the greatest female rapper of all time. You don't act like that. You act like one of these new ass, just fresh famous, no shade. You act like Cardi. As much as y'all hate each other, and I think Cardi and Nicki hate each other so much because y'all are so alike in so many ways. You act like Cardi in the sense of you're new. Well, Cardi should stop what she's doing. But I'm talking about in the sense of you act like you're new to this and that you just can't ignore people and you can't just focus on just your fan base, and you have to go after every single person that says every little single thing about you, and you have to jump out the window and look, they're picking on me. They're picking on me. Look at what they're doing. Oh my gosh, this person is saying something about me. Oh my gosh, this person is saying something about me. Oh my gosh, these people are being rude, and TikTok and Instagram and the corporations and girl, we don't care. I want you to understand something. We as the general public don't care. We care about the music. Promote your album. Worry about your tour. There should be no, and what the thing that really makes me mad about this is you sat down and had an interview with Joe Budden, not this one, but the one before that when she was like, I think in like the Burberry or whatever. And you said during that interview that you hated the Queen era rollout because it was so much controversy and so much nonsense and so much back and forth between you and Cardi around that. That's not what she said, but that's what she meant. So I'm not understanding as to why you will go into this album cycle and not make it just about your album. I am telling you, I've said this from the beginning. Nicki's downfall is going to be the Barbs because of the fact that you are so insulated. And again, like I said, to a degree, you do need to just worry about your fan base, but at the same time, everybody knows that the Barbs are the most delusional. They are literally the most delusional fan base of anybody. Yes, more than the Beehive, because the Beehive will be quick to get somebody together as far as I'm concerned. I don't agree with the unhinged part of the Beehive that's going in about Janet Jackson, but the Barbs are literally the most delusional fan base ever. And you buy into their delusions so much. You literally buy in to any and everything. Let's be very clear. The Barbs have a monopoly on Twitter. The same way the K-Stan Pops do. The Barbs have a hold on Twitter. But if you go outside of Twitter, any other app, whether it's TikTok, whether it's Instagram, and I'm talking about multiple different blog pages on Instagram, just Reddit, anywhere else, the average consumer, not even people that are fans of Nicki, bitch, you are unhinged to the rest of us. You are unhinged, you're unraveling, and it's really sad to see. And the fact that you're gonna allow the Barbs, as usual, to get you piped up, they're gonna be your downfall. I'm telling you right now. That snippet that she dropped, something you 6'1", I call her Bigfoot. Do you think that that's impressing us after we just heard what Megan had to say? You really, but the Barbs are gonna hype you up to make you think that that's the best thing since sliced bread. That was a weak ass line. The same way when Remy came for your ass, you gave weak ass lines on No Frauds. But continue to let the Barbs hype you up. They're gonna lead you down a wrong path. Here's the thing, sis. And the reason I don't talk about her is because I keep saying the same shit over and over and over and over and over. And I'm tired of kind of repeating the same thing about Nicki. It's done and it's dead. I'm tired of saying the same thing. If you're not a Barb and you're you're a person with common sense, you're a fan of Nicki, if you're a casual fan, as I have said multiple times, Nicki, at this point, you come off as the old, bitter rap bitch. That's what you come off as. Yes, I do think that at times people can be ages, but the point of the matter is me and Megan Thee Stallion are the exact same age. So I'm looking at it from that perspective. You are damn near my mama's age, and you're beefing with somebody who could damn near be your child, since you want to call everybody your son. She could literally, give it a couple years, be your child. And you're arguing back and forth with somebody like that. It doesn't make any sense. It literally doesn't make any sense at all. Now, some people, the Barbs like to say that Megan came for Nicki first. This is my whole thing about it, right? I don't care about the back and forth. I don't care. It's rap, right? So it is what it is from that point of view, right? I'll take the age out of it. From a rap point of view, go back and forth. I don't got a problem with that. Have the little jousting or whatever. Where my issue comes in with her and with most people, and this is what pisses me off about Nicki. Nicki loves to bring up black women, but only when it has something to do with her. Outside of that, she doesn't give a fuck about black women. You sat up there and lied and said that the woman that your husband is convicted of doing what he did was a white woman when she's not. And tried to use the power of black women and the way that we move on the internet to try to comfort her when we all knew that that wasn't the truth. The second problem here is whether or not, this is my thing, whether or not you believe that Tory actually did that to Megan, the point of the matter is that she was injured, period. Period. Whether it was him or whether it was Kelsey. And for you to always claim to have black women's back, but then you're on Twitter and you're liking posts of after she got you're liking posts of people making fun of that. But you're Mrs. Black Women Empowerment. You do it when it's convenient. And anybody who's not a Barb knows that Nicki uses black women as far as, oh, I'm a black woman and y'all should get it. And the Barbs do the same thing when it's convenient. Because I know other time other than when it has to do with you, do you care about that? You're the same woman who sat up here and backed Jessie Nelson, a white woman that was cosplaying as a black woman. So I don't want to hear, that's what pisses me off the most. Stop using the anger and the pain and the sadness of black women when it's convenient for you. Because my whole thing about it is, if you was really, and this is what really makes me mad. Nicki is a great rapper. She's great. I think it's lazy. And shows lack of creativity. That the only thing you can constantly come for her about is the fact that she got, and the fact that she's a tall woman. That's all that you can come after her about? That's it? I think it's lazy, personally. And people can say that that Megan coming for Nicki's husband is lazy, but at least she did it in a creative way. At least bars wise, it was creative. That snippet, it's pissing me off because the Barbs are really hyping this 4-second snippet as if it is just life changing and she just killed. Like, that shit was weak. It was weak. And what I am tired of is the little subs. That's my main issue with her and Cardi, Nicki and Cardi. I'm tired of the subs. Either say, like Monique said, say names or keep it on the playground, Leonard. Because I'm tired. If we want to do this back and forth lyrically, I'm cool. I'm here for it. I like a good rap beef between the girls. I ain't mad at it. But let's keep it in the raps. And let's be, I don't know, a little bit more thoughtful, a little bit more creative. I would like to hear the track. I'm very interested in hearing the track. I think Megan versus Nicki is a lot more entertaining music-wise than Nicki versus Cardi. Facts it is. Facts. So I am interested in the sparring back and forth. But if that was Megan's first shot, and if the rest of that song, that snippet, if the rest of that song sound like that snippet, Nicki, you are down 1-0. You are down 1-0 if this is the first round. You're down. You're down and you're out. Because that shit was weak as hell. And again, back to the Barbs, you are going to let the Barbs hype you up to losing something. Okay? Because in the long run, the only people that are going to think that you won something, the same way that the Barbs are the only people who think that Sheether wasn't good. I seen somebody quote something like, oh, you can't even name a Sheether bar. Bitch, I can recite Sheether top to bottom. What are you talking about? Just because y'all don't like that stain on her legacy, it is what it is. If Nicki would have did what she was supposed to do, which is come back immediately, headshots for that girl, headshots, versus playing the... At Young Money, we make hits, not diss records. Oh, really? So then what was No Frauds? And No Frauds flopped, let's be clear. Cute song, but flopped. Even with Wayne and Drake, it flopped. So, if we're going to do a back and forth verbal spar, let's do that. I don't got an issue with that. But you're going to have to come harder. And I want her to know, and I want all the Barbs to know what y'all delusional asses. And I'm going to tell you right now, anytime, I want the Barbs to know this. Anytime y'all get into my comments and y'all get disrespectful, I block y'all. So all y'all are doing are talking, y'all are only talking to yourself. You're not talking to me. You're talking to yourself. Because nobody will ever see it. Because I will never be disrespected on my own. Ever. So, with that being said, I need the Barbs to stop being delusional and be honest with the girl. But y'all are not going to do that. So guess what? When all of this is said and done, I hope y'all continuously support her. Because she's all y'all going to have. She's not going to have anybody else. Black women, we don't play when it comes to Megan. We're not playing no games when it comes to her. Are y'all kidding me? We're not playing when it comes to Megan at all, especially not with that situation. So the fact that you've already been doing little slick shit in the past about sending, and not to be like ironic, shots at Megan about that whole situation, but now that you're doubling down on it and you're sitting in your nonsense, the only people that's really gonna go up for you is toxic as men. But that's fine, because we all know that Nicki, she's a she's a male identifying woman, so we know that. But as far as black women is concerned, keep losing us. That's fine. Just keep losing us. Have your barbs, do that, have fun. But for the rest of us, I just want her to know it's only the barbs that go up for that. And if she's okay with that, if she's okay with just the barbs being happy, I have nothing to say. But if you want me to give you and the barbs the real tea outside of the barbs, you look pathetic. You look pathetic. You use black women when it's convenient for you. And you're constantly defending your trash ass husband. But keep it up. Keep it up. All I know is Meg went the fuck off. Meg went off. I'm here for it. Get these motherfuckers together. Even when it comes to Pardi, like, I wasn't necessarily mad at Pardi making a song back at Megan. I thought it was a little excessive due to one line that she said. But fine. Again, let's keep in music. You said something in music, I could say something back. I think where it just became a little bit too much for me is Pardi went on a whole press run to talk about one line. And just for you to turn around and admit that you did cheat on her, it just wasn't in her bed. Like, you just wasted everybody's time, Pardi. And right now, your girlfriend is going back and forth, from my understanding, with Stefflon Don over her ex. Like, how were y'all both in a relationship being so pressed about y'all ex? I'm lost. It don't make no sense to me. And Aubrey Drake Graham, you piss me off too. That's why your tickets ain't selling right now. Because I'm in the city that he's coming to for 2 nights, and it's in about 2 weeks. And guess what? That shit still ain't sold out, even with the help of Jermaine Cole. Because we're tired of you too, Aubrey. And everybody know Beyonce and Drake, those are my two top, those are my faves. But I'm tired of you too. I'm tired of you too. I'm tired. Y'all keep coming for this girl time and time and time. And again, if you want to come for her, you know what? I'm even fine with you saying how tall she is, right? Matter of fact, I take back what I said. I'm fine with you talking about how tall she is. Do I think it's lazy? Yes. But fine. Have at it. Because I'm pretty sure she's going to talk about your fake ass, right? Have at it. My issue is keep it cute, though. Let's keep it at what it is. We can talk about the way that the girls look. You can talk about maybe her alleged her being promiscuous or whatever. You can talk about what she got. But to talk about that situation is taking it too far for the average person, not the crazy, delusional barbs. You're taking it too far. But guess what? Have fun, right? Have fun, sis. Again, Twitter, barbs got that on lock. But if you was to actually look outside of that, any and everywhere else, it's sad, man. It makes me, and the reason I'm so passionate about this is because and I'm pretty sure this is partially where Megan is coming from too, like, bitch, I literally grew up on you. Like, from the time I was in like 9th grade when you first came out, like 8th grade really, when you first came out with the jump off, like, to now, like, you literally was the soundtrack to my fucking life to a degree. So to see this fall from grace is crazy. Like, I thought the way that little Kim fell off was crazy. This is worse because it's way more unhinged. Like, at least with Kim only really had an issue with Nicki, and that was it. Now, mind you, Nicki was the only girl at the time, but Kim had a back and forth with Nicki. Then Kim went to jail, and that was kind of the end of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, she went to jail, and I think she came out, and it was a little bit of something, but that was the end of it. It didn't really go much further than that. The fact that you get into it with every single girl, all of them, even though you're cool with JT right now, you was into it with her too. It's really sad, and it's thoroughly tarnishing. I made a video on this. You are literally tarnishing your legacy right before our very eyes, and it is literally one of the saddest things. And like a case study should be done on this. It's one of the saddest things I've ever seen in my life. The downfall, the decline is insane. It's crazy. It needs to be studied. This is literally how you tarnish a legacy. So when that girl on TikTok was saying, does Nicki know that she's Nicki? That's what we're talking about, sis. Like, and again, as much as I went off of her, you are literally the greatest female rapper of all time. Not of the 70s, the 80s, of all time. Literally. And you're behaving as if you're a newcomer. So when people try to say, the Barb's hate when we bring up like Beyonce, but the reason why we do that, and hell, even Rihanna, hell, I will even take a Rihanna vibe. Rihanna every now and again will clap back. Cool, it's funny, it's ha ha ha, but then she lets it go and she moves on because she got a life, right? She has a life. If Nicki was to just do a little comeback here and there, but for the most part she minds her, she don't say nothing, we be cool. But as people say all the time, you as a queen shouldn't have to get down and go back and forth with the court jesters and the peasants. And the fact that you allow yourself to constantly do that is why your public image as a whole is in the shitter. It's in the shitter. Because you want to know why? Because we think better of you. And that's the crazy part. The Barbs and Nicki get mad at this, but it's really a compliment. It is a compliment of what we're saying. We're saying that you are better than all of this. Like, you're literally above all of this nonsense. But the fact that you feed into it and you constantly go and go and go and go, it brings you down. It brings it brings your image down. It brings your worth down when you get in the mud. You're literally a queen, as you said, your last album. So be a queen and address it when it's necessary. But all of this other stuff, girl, you look crazy. You're unhinged, sis. It's what it gets down to. Nicki is unhinged. You're unhinged, sis. And I want more for you. I want better for you. I want you. A lot of people like this album. I'm still not like jumping up and down about it. It's cool. It got a couple tracks. But I wish you would have just focused on just your album, just your tour, not arguing online on TikTok, not talking about this. All you do is get online and complain all day. You're literally starting to become like one of the aunties on Facebook. Like, you see one article and you just post it and you going off. You're better than this. Like, you are literally better than this. We want more for you. So stop taking when people say that as an insult. It's actually a compliment. We're saying that you're above this and you're better. And we hold you in a higher regard than the way that you're acting. Act your tax bracket. Act like the legendary status that you are. Nobody else who is the best in their field acts like that. Nobody but you. Jay doesn't do that. B doesn't do that. Ree doesn't do that. And you sit amongst those people. Like, you sit with the greats and you act like a damn peasant. Do better, girl. I'm out of here. Do better. Do better.